Hello, beautiful babies. Welcome back to Levitate with Tate in the Oracle 8. So I have a message today. I've been guided to bring you these 6 decks here. We got 2 Oracle decks and 3 tarot decks and the Gypsy Witch. So I'll link those down below. So I hope everyone's doing okay. Beautiful day in the neighborhood. It's gorgeous out where I live. I live in Virginia right now. Okay. It's supposed to snow, and I love the snow. I'm from Colorado originally, but don't snow yet. Nothing like I'm from. Okay, we're gonna start with the Mother Mary Oracle. Okay, and let's see, guides. Please give us something to talk about with my people. I need a little message from y'all. Angels up above, reach out and bless us with a beautiful little message. Okay, one more shuffle. Alright. Oh, that gets turned. Everything's a little upside down right now, so maybe that's how y'all feel. There it is. Okay. Okay, Our Lady of Radiant and Blissful and Beautiful. I'm working on my setup, so I apologize about shadows, and I went to film school, so I know better. But I don't really care, so there's that. I just want to give you a message, so work with me, people. Our Lady of Radiant Grace, maybe that's all these messages are about, is, you know, everything seems a little upside down, but you're just going to, like, work with it, and it's going to be okay. You have to have grace. It's going to be okay. My cats are getting in the Christmas presents. Okay. Our Lady of Radiant Grace changes everything. Okay? And the descent of grace changes everything. Your body, your mind, your soul are brought to life in new ways. And freedom opens to you. So can you release your familiarity with and attachment to old ways of being? It's my dog, I apologize. I don't know if you can hear it, but I can. Can you release your expectation of enslavement and control? You are my child. When you are placed, you trust in me. I allow no one to harm you, no thing to confine your spirit, and you are free to live wildly and expansively. There shall be no prison for your soul, beloved of mine. Your soul shall be in love with the earth and fly free. So release any aggression and distrust. And the oracle comes to you with great spiritual embodiment when it's put upon you, and to take great courage to accept it. And you will not necessarily feel in control or understand some of the changes in relationships and life circumstances when that happens as a result of the great divine presence manifesting within your being. That these changes are manifesting through the grace of the Mother, and to allow you to be free. So remember that freedom does not mean you're alone. Freedom comes with a sense of living your own destiny without obstruction. And this will include having deep and connected relationships that feed and nourish the soul. Allow the Mother to follow you into your heart and be with you as you trust in what is unfolding now through your radiant grace. This reminds me of my path in being psychic. Being psychic can cause a lot of issues if you don't know you're psychic, because you don't realize other people aren't. You have to be able to, like, kind of first understand that this isn't happening to everybody, and that you have to also understand that you have to be able to start labeling it so that you can understand it better. So I like when claircognizant or clairaudient or clairvisual. You know, so I'm very claircognizant. I just know things. So as a child, that scares people. When you just, you know, like, I think that's why my mom hates me. I just knew things. I knew she was lying. I could call her out. And I could, you know, I'm very much a truth seeker. And other people, that's not happening to them. But it took me until my 30s to really, you know, really up until these last few years to kind of embrace that and be able to also know who and when to talk to about it. Okay? There are lots of people who don't like tarot reading or oracle reading. Or I was raised Christian. I believe in Jesus Christ 100%. Okay? There's like 20,000 different types of Christianity. So when a Christian comes at you and says that tarot card is bad, it's like, you could put two Christians against each other. They can disagree. Okay, and just like, come on. Okay, just this is my way of connecting with spirit. Okay, spirit gave me this gift for a reason. Okay, and he gave me the ability to see truth for a reason. Okay, and something like that is happening with you. Not necessarily saying that you have psychic powers, but maybe you do. Okay, maybe you do. Maybe you're clairaudient, you can hear things. Clairvisual, you can see things. Okay? There's claircognizance. I think there's you can smell things. I have that. Oh, I have that happen sometimes. And I can hear things too. And I think also the more you work on these gifts, the stronger they become. When you become aware of them, it's just like the idea of belief too, in the law of attraction. Like, belief is powerful, you know, and anything is possible, really, and everything is energy. Okay, so everything is energy. Anyone can read any energy. It's not just like gifted to only certain people. Anyone can have a psychic ability. It's not just like special people. Everyone has the ability to do it. If you are a truth seeker, if you just start being honest with yourself, you'll see that a lot of things change. As soon as, like, if you already are honest with yourself, you know what I'm talking about. But the truth seekers see the most, I think. So speak truth, be true to yourself, be graceful about these gifts. You don't have to tell anybody about them if you don't want. Write a journal, do some research, ask some questions, look on YouTube, ask me some questions. You know, maybe I can start a little group, but it's a process. It's hard. You have to realize that not everyone wants to hear that you're psychic. They don't believe it. Sunflower. Okay, I got this one. The sunflower is stand in your power. Okay, no matter what. Okay, my cat's tail is probably gonna come over here. She's wanting around. Okay, but the sunflower is almost like what I was just saying. Stand in your power. The sunflower does not bend over because all the other flowers are only like 6 inches tall, and it's like 6 feet tall. It reaches as high as it gets. It gets as much sun as it can, and it's proud to stand as tall as it is. And that's how you need to be. Okay? You need to follow your own bliss. And the things that are coming for you will come, and they're meant for you. And everything that is coming, you're meant to have this amazing life. And don't be afraid of it. I know that because sometimes I had to, in order to embrace my gifts, I had to demolish my belief system. Which was, I didn't really have much. I had a really messed up childhood, so it was like, what did I believe? I didn't even know, but I believed in truth. That's what I knew. And you have to kind of demolish these beliefs that are they're like core beliefs that are put upon you when you're like a child from your parents and your family. And a lot of the time they're wrong, especially when you're my age and you were raised in the 80s and 90s before there were Google and stuff. That your parents were it. They knew the truth, and that was the truth. And a lot of them kept that mentality despite the fact that now you can turn on Google and ask Google what the question is. You know what I'm saying? But stand in your power. Don't bend over. Be beautiful, baby. You are useful in your own right, and you are going to spread and multiply and reap in the abundance. Okay? And you are very useful, okay, for all sorts of people, okay? People are going to be able to rely on you, to get messages from you, to depend on you, to grow and survive off of you. And this is just the beginning. So have grace with yourself. Not everyone is going to understand you. And it's going to seem like a lonely road, but like the old radiant Grace says, you are not alone. You are not alone at all. You are very much supported, more than most people that seem like they have people around them. This facade of having people around you does not necessarily mean that you are supported even in the physical realm by those people, but definitely in the spiritual realm. You need to understand that the spiritual support is unseen. It's unseen energy, baby. Okay, so we got the 9 of Wands. I sneeze, so I apologize. It's like a stuck sneeze. And see how she's very much standing in her power too, guided by the light within that she holds. So, you know, do not feel ashamed about anything right now, okay? I know that, like, it's hard to accept that when you, sometimes as a person with those abilities, you are a stronger spiritual tool for when you're a human with these spiritual abilities or awakeness to the spiritual realm. And you become sort of a tool for the divine, especially if you ask for it, which I do. Unfortunately, I do ask for that, I guess. You are put through these situations in which you're tested, I guess, to see not just you, but you're tested to strengthen your power. You're tested to strengthen your power and move forward on your spiritual quest, so to say. And they are heartbreaking, absolutely human heartbreaking situations, okay? Until you understand your divine purpose. Like, if you act without malice, okay, so if you act with compassion, if you act with the truth as the underlying motive, that the truth will prevail, that you are not, everyone's going to try to sparkle your journey with mistruths, okay? Because you're a firecracker, you're a burning ball of beauty, and you are driven by something that they cannot relate to, and it scares the hell out of them. And they don't understand this, and so they will try to embark on impeding in your journey in multiple ways, okay? Gossip. They might just be rude. They may try to demonize you, sexualize you, all sorts of things, okay? When someone else is talking bad about you like that, it really doesn't color your aura. It doesn't shade your personality or change your character unless you allow it. You've got to stand strong in your truth of who you are and protect yourself, and that will shade their character. Let them talk badly about other people, because that shows who they are. And who really cares what they think anyways? But okay, let's get some more messages here. All right, angel spirit guides, let us have some more messages here. So you got to be not afraid to shine your light, okay? And ask for help in embracing these gifts and understanding them, and not being able to, you know, and understanding them when situations like the heartbreak situations, right? If you're able to step back and be like, okay, well, they're all reaping the karma, and I'm over here reaping my dharma, and they're always going to forever think of me as like they screwed me over and like they're in the wrong. And it doesn't matter if it's ever verbalized. Okay, most of the time people are not going to ever come to you and say, I'm so sorry, I was in the wrong. If they're an emotionally intelligent person, then maybe that's someone you want around them, actually. Unless they're manipulating the situation. And hopefully you'll be able to tell the truth, or tell the difference. Someone will truly try to change their behavior and act from a place of goodness. And you will know that. But if they don't, most people are not, they're going to coward and run away and pretend it didn't happen and try to sweep the truth under the rug and try to, you know, like cook up a different story. But the truth always prevails, okay? So you maybe have been experiencing some disappointments in life, and it has questioned, you know, why, you know, why do I have to keep going through this? And it's so that you can break through and stand in your power and realize that you are very powerful and intellectual and agile, and you are resilient and gorgeous and fertile and dependable and all these things that are absolutely amazing. And you don't realize it about yourself. You absolutely don't. You just take it for granted. But if someone else was to come in here with that kind of energy, you would be blown away. You would be absolutely blown away. Okay? You are a very spiritual person, okay? This is what the card, you are a very spiritual person, and you can see into the other realm, or you have some sort of psychic gift, some sort of sixth sense that maybe it's just awakening, or that you have not really wanted to admit to, and it's been not admitting to it isn't going to make it go away, okay? If it's, ask the divine to be able to take it in steps so that it's not scary if it's too scary, because that's what I had to do. It's too scary. That was too scary. Okay, but once you're able to like slowly be like, okay, it's not that scary, it's actually kind of cool. The thing I'm still learning, that I have a hard time learning, is that no one thinks, unless you're in this community, unless it's happening to you, people think you're losing your freaking mind, okay? So keeping it to yourself is probably the best. My kids know, because they know. Because, like, you can't lie to me. Just can't. Okay, the Daughter of Wands. Oh, Nikki. Hold on. Everyone is so Nikki. So much fire and passion. Okay, so, you know, you have everything you need to become who you want. You are a unicorn. Look, she has a unicorn. I never realized that. Okay, and she's holding the Wheel of Fortune, which is like, you are so multifaceted. Lavender, I think that's lavender in the background, and cranes, which are also a symbol of good luck. You have all these powerful tools at your beckoning. They're spiritual tools. You're on a mountain of steadfast luck and prosperity, and maybe you're the only one that can see this, but why does it matter if anyone else sees it? I don't think it matters. Even when people see your success, they're threatened by it anyways. You know, even if people saw it, they would be even more threatened by it. So just stay in your lane, stay true to who you are. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Okay, and then this one just flipped over. The harvest basket. It's time to gather the fruits of hard work and dedication. So yeah, if you work hard at accepting what's happening, accepting what's going on with you, you're going to be able to move forward and prosper. And there's going to be a message maybe around the corner, I think. Like there's a lot of energy going on. So you got to strengthen your reserves for something big. So maybe do a lot of praying, get your energy right, make sure that, you know, you're able to address this offer that's coming. You know, it's a spiritual offer, maybe. Life force, like tremendous creativity coming through, you know, and a big old movement coming towards you, and it's time to reap the benefit of all your hard work. So I think if we're able to fully express ourselves without the fear of judgment, which is some of the hardest things to do in this day and age, if we're able to fully embrace the fact that we are unicorns and that we are different and that we don't look like everybody else, but we still have this amazing spiritual essence about us, and that we're able to provide so much just from one little drop of us, one little sprinkle of all essence can really change a person's life. And we need to be able to accept that about ourselves. That's power. That's so powerful. Most people don't have that kind of power. And if we all have the ability to harness that kind of power, but once you harness it, you can't unharness it without knowing that. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, I hope this message really hit home for somebody. It's been a pleasure as always. Happy Black Dog Friday for you. I'm going to watch movies because that's what I do. I don't shop. I'm going to watch movies and paint me a flamingo. All right. I hope you're doing good. I hope you have a great day. Comment down below. Tell me what's up. Tell me what's good. Subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.